Do you need some motivation in your life? How about a little bit of inspiration to get you there? Are you chasing dreams, goals, and aspirations to finally achieve greatness in everything that you do? If so, it is time for you, my friend, to wake up wild. Happy Monday morning, August the 2nd, 2021. It is 8 a.m., new month, full of new opportunities for a new you. Welcome, my friends, to episode number 68 of Wake Up Wild, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty Group.
You got it going on this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you guys. We hope that you are up this morning, ready to go, chase the dreams, the goals, the aspirations that you have for yourself. If you've not done it yet, today's the day.
Today's your day.
It's the
new
day
month,
that
man.
you go, man. As I said just a few minutes ago, new month, new you, full of new opportunities, taking you new places, higher than you've ever been before. That's what we've got set before us today. We just got to get up and go. We got to do our thing. We got to be the very, very best version of ourselves that we can be, and there is nothing that you or me cannot achieve. We're glad that you guys are here with us this morning for episode number 68. Here's what we're going to talk about today with you, okay? We're going to get to it. We're going to just totally blow this out today, okay? We started on this last week.
Yeah.
All right, but the Book of Faces kicked us off. I think they got mad at us a couple weeks ago when they kicked us off.
They're holding a grudge.
They're holding a little bit of grudge. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to you today about how to find motivation in hard times, okay?
Something I think everybody can do.
It's big time.
Can relate to.
I think we all can relate to having a tough time chasing what we need to chase, the dreams, the goals, the aspirations, greatness, as we like to call it a lot here on this show. We're going to give you some things, and it's all going to be talking to ourself mindset kind of stuff that we need to make sure we have put in place so that when those hard times come, we can look hard right in the eye. We can look difficulty right in the face. And we can say, not today. I know that it's hard. I know that it's going to be difficult. I know that it's going to be tough. Right. But guess what? I'm going to push that on through. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I like that. So we're glad that you guys are here with us this morning. Again, help us to spread this show around the world today. Every time we go live, you guys do that. You help us so much. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people have been seeing our videos, listening to our podcast, watching us on all kinds of different platforms, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, man, we're out there. We're just glad that you guys have took a little bit of time out of your schedule. We know you're busy because you're chasing those dreams, goals, and aspirations. You've got places to go and people to see, but we're glad you took a little bit of time out this morning to hang out with us, to maybe get a little bit of boost, maybe get a little bit of positive talk to you, maybe just let you know, hey man, you might be going through a hard time, but you're getting ready to come out of it. You're getting ready to scale the top of the mountain, man. You're getting ready to get there. We're glad that you guys are here with us this morning. Here's what we want you to do as we get into this show today, okay? Again, your influence upon people helps us out a whole lot, okay? You guys know a lot of people. You're connected to a whole lot of people. And so here's what we want you to do this morning. We want you to help us out by spreading this video literally around the world. You guys can do that by doing three massive things for us. I've been calling them big. I'm going to massive now because they're massive, okay? Three massive things that you guys can do for us this morning to get this message spread around the world. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to say good morning to us.
Yeah.
All right, it's Monday morning, new month, August the 2nd. It's going to be a big day for you. It's going to be a big day for us. We want you to start your day out saying good morning. Let us know where you're watching from. I think we're coast to coast this morning. I think our influence from the people that we know, from the people that you guys know, I think you're going to get us coast to coast this morning right off the bat. So give us good morning and tell us where you're watching from today. In addition to that, there's three massive things that you can do this morning to help us spread that message. Turn it over to the massive man himself right now. Roll with it, my brother.
All right, so as always, we want you to like the video, share the video, invite people to come watch with you. That helps us out tremendously when you guys hit that share button. So we love it when you do that. And again, like Mike said, say good morning. Put the little hearts, likes. We don't care what you put on the screen. Just put some stuff on the screen. But like, share, and invite we would love for you to do.
That's exactly right. We want to hear from you guys. Hit that heart button, man.
Yeah.
Hit that heart button. Send us a little bit of love this morning, okay? Because we got some good stuff for you. We got some love for you going to go down
really
here.
good stuff.
It's good. It is really, really good. I'm a big believer in, and if you're not, you should be, that if your mind ain't right, there ain't nothing right. Okay, like if it's what you think about it. It's not what happens to you, it's what you think about it. Okay, right. Hard times, they're going to be harder if you think they're hard. All right, and I'm not saying we don't go through hard times. I'm not at all saying
we've said this a million times, is that if you're not going through hard times right now, just wait a minute.
Yes,
it's coming.
It's going to happen.
Go through some hard times.
It's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. So again, we're not saying that. We're not taking that lightly, but we fully understand that if you live on this planet. All right, and we all do, because that's where we're watching from. I don't think any of our alien friends are watching this morning.
I think it would show us on our stuff if we had somebody from Mars watching.
Yes, I don't know. It shows us when they're over in Uganda and Israel and all those places watching.
I just wonder how they're doing that, and then they're competing in the Olympics and everything else.
They're getting motivated. So we're going to motivate some Olympians this morning. If you are an Olympian, you need to be on this show watching this morning. You need to be on here every week. You need to be on here every week, because we got the goods here today, okay? But again, it's not that the hard times are not there. We're fully understanding and aware that they are there. It's what we do with those. We can turn those hard times into a driving force for us that is able to take us to places in our life that we did not even think we could go. But here's where we're going with this morning. How to find motivation in hard times. Before you can ever get to where you're going, you first got to think you can get there. Okay? We got to believe in ourselves. If anybody on the planet believes in you, it should be you. Absolutely, right?
You better be your biggest fan.
You've got to be. You've got to do that.
You'll have a lot of haters.
A lot of times. That's where I was getting ready to go. A lot of times. They ain't nobody in the world going to believe in you.
That's right.
Nobody's going to, man. They're like going to think that you can't do nothing. And it's going to be for two reasons. All right? One, they might literally just think you can't achieve what it is you're trying to achieve. They might just not believe in you, and that's just a real fact.
It's okay for people not to believe in you.
It totally is. And it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. But the second reason is they going to hate on you. Right. They don't want you to be any better than you are. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to get to where you think that it is that you want to go, because they don't want to see you achieve success.
Right.
So those two things in itself is going to cause you some hard times. They're going to bring a little bit of what I would say adversity into your life. And a lot of times, so many people that's chasing dreams, goals, aspirations, trying to go places in their life that they know would be a great place for them to be. It would be a life-changing experience for them to be there. They run up against this adversity and they quit. Yep. We've talked about quitting so much on this show. You cannot quit. All right? I read a quote the other day and I love it. And it said, make sure in everything you do, you give 100% of what you got, except when you're giving blood. Don't do it there.
Right.
All right? But everything else, man, you give it everything you got. You give it everything you got. We're going to talk to you today about how to find motivation in hard times. When those hard times come, finding that motivation. I was talking to a person yesterday that does health stuff. And what they were saying was a lot of times in what their industry is, and I don't think it's just their industry, I think it goes to anything. But the last 2 months that we've just came out of, June and July, because it's the summer months, people's going on vacations, they're traveling, they're doing a lot of things that their mind is not on really getting any better for themselves.
Right.
That it's literally, it's the two hardest months of the year.
I see that. Yeah.
We kind of hit, I said it here, I said it last week right here when we started trying to do this show, it's one of those things where we've hit the summer blues. We've kind of run up against this wall, and it's the dog days of summer.
Right.
And it's hard for us to keep pushing because we don't feel motivated during this time.
Right.
But guess what today is, man? It's the first Monday of a new month.
That's right.
It's the first Monday that you're going to get up today, and it's all going to change today because our mindset's going to change, our beliefs going to change, and we're going to start going to where we need to go and get to what we need to get and be what we need to be, because it's going to start today. Like, share, invite, comment on the video. Tell us where you are watching from.
At least say good morning.
Tell us where you're watching from today, all right? We're coast to coast. I've done called it. We're going coast to coast today. Let's get into this, how to find motivations in hard times, all right?
Okay.
Like, share, invite, comment on the video. Here's number one, all right? You need to never assume. I said this last week and we got cut off, so I'm going with it again, okay, because it's a big one, I think. But never assume that you're stuck with the way things are right now. Life changes every single second, and so can you.
Yeah.
How many times have we got in places where we've set a goal? It might be weight loss, it might be exercise, it might be a business goal, it might be in our work goal, it might be in our family goal, it might be a spiritual goal. And we've got to these places and we feel like I can't get no further than I am right now. I'm literally stuck where I am. I cannot find a breakthrough. I cannot get through this. And I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm not smart enough. And it becomes a wall that we run up against. And it literally 100% stops us in our tracks. And we feel like we are stuck where we are. Anybody out there ever felt stuck?
Oh,
I believe we all have.
Yeah.
I believe we all have.
Now,
we felt stuck
There's
before.
a difference, though. There's the difference there is that you felt stuck.
You feel stuck.
You are
That's
not
what I'm going to
stuck.
say. No, you're not stuck until you say I'm stuck.
Right.
Okay? But here's where we got to go. Life changes every single second. And because life changes, just because where you are does not mean you're stuck there.
Right.
Okay? It might be a temporary detour. It might be a place you've pulled over, but you're getting ready to shift it back in drive, and you're going to change the circumstances that you are in right now.
Right.
And it's because your mindset's going to change. As I said just a few minutes ago, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in you. You got to be the one pushing the buttons, moving the train, going in the direction that you need to go in. You're never stuck until you stop where you are.
Right. So you're in a bad spot. You think you're stuck. How'd you get there? Well, you put yourself there.
Sure.
Okay. You got to first
Sure.
admit that.
There's no doubt
you
about
got
it.
yourself there.
Sure.
Everybody's heard that. You got yourself into this. You can get yourself out of it.
That's exactly
A lot of
right.
people sit and wait on somebody else to come get them out.
Give yourself this morning. This is good right here. Give yourself permission this morning to move from where you are.
Yeah, it's okay.
Give yourself permission to go
It's
on.
okay.
Give yourself permission to say, self, we going on. We're moving on. We're pushing on. We're doing exactly what it is that we need to do to be better. I don't care if anybody's cheering me on. I don't care if anybody's in my corner.
Believe in me.
I don't care about that stuff because I've just gave myself permission to come out of this rut, come out of this hole, come out of this place that I'm in. Give yourself permission. It is okay for you to be better today than you was yesterday.
Yeah.
It is okay for you to want to be better. It is okay for you to feel the need that you need to be better. But it ain't never going to be no better until we put her in drive.
You ain't
we
gonna
give
be
it
no
the
better.
gas and we get unstuck from where we are.
You are not just going to naturally become better
No.
if you don't try.
You know, I can remember when you was young, man. We did some crazy stuff, you know. But I remember a lot of times, I give these crazy analogies, and I do this all the time. But it's stuff like my life. I can see things that you know, go to a lot of things we're talking about. But I can remember a lot of times in mine, your life, we love to ride four-wheelers, okay? And we're talking about being stuck here, so you'll hang on with me. This will be a good story if you'll open up your brain and get it. But this is what I'm going to say is we would take them four-wheelers a lot of times, and we wanted to find the biggest mud hole that there was around, all right? Because we wanted to see if we could get through it. Like that was everybody would like be there, and we would be like, that's the deepest, baddest mud hole in the whole entire world. It would cover your whole four-wheeler up.
Right.
But we're going to get through this thing.
Yeah, you
all
can
right?
do it.
Now, there would be many times we would pull in that nasty, dirty, full of garbage mud hole. All right? And we would get out and we would totally be stuck. I mean, like totally, man. It was stuck. We couldn't see the handlebars on the four-wheelers. But you know what we didn't do? We never left it there.
We never left the four-wheeler.
We never left it there. As bad as we were stuck, it didn't matter if we had to get off the seat, stand up on top of it, jump
Rock
up
it.
and down on it, rock it back and forth. We did what we had to do to get unstuck because we knew we had to get it out of there.
That's right.
Do we really all understand sometimes in chasing our dreams, goals, and aspirations, being better, we're going to get in places where we feel like we are totally overwhelmed. Our handlebars are totally, entirely. We are covered up and we are stuck.
Thank you.
Listen to me. Get up off your seat. Jump on it. Rock it, do whatever you got to do, rock the boat, shake the boat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Put that thing in gear, lay the gas to
Get
it,
out.
let it fly and get out.
Yeah.
Life changes, y'all. You ain't stuck until you say you do. And because it changes all the time, guess who else can change?
That's right. You can
Me
too.
and you, my man. Me and you, my people. We can do that. We're talking to you today about how to find motivation during hard times. There's going to be those hard times, but you're going to go through them. New month, new day, new opportunities for a new you. You're going to places you never thought you could go before because you just gave yourself permission. I said give yourself permission today to do what you need to do. That's number one. Give us number two.
Number two is you need to realize, okay, we're talking about hard times, okay? You need to realize that it is what it is. You need to accept it, learn from it, grow from it. It doesn't matter what what's been done. What truly matters is what you do from here.
That's right.
Most people, man, they just sit around and make themselves miserable by just not being able to accept what is going on right now.
Right.
Okay? Like you touched on a little bit, here's what you need to realize. It is what it is. The only thing we can do is go on from that. Okay, we're here. We're right in the middle of the situation.
Sure.
Sometimes it's though what we need to try to do is we need to try to look at it through a different set of eyes. Okay, because sometimes it's the way we're looking at it.
There you go.
We need to look at it as it's. We need to look at even though the situation we're in, we need to kind of look at it through that it's the same situation, but again, fresh set of eyes. Have an open mind to what we're doing. You got to be able to find ways, because again, there's ways. There's ways you can get out of whatever you're in.
That's right.
Okay, but sometimes it's just a matter of how it's perceived to us.
Right.
And it's bad. Sometimes if you step back and look at it, be like, oh, this ain't that bad.
That's right.
But a lot of times we are just so kind of consumed in, here's what I've got myself into, can't get myself out of it.
You've said it many times. You have to grow through what you go through.
Absolutely.
You've led that down right here. You got to grow through what you go through. Hard times are there. I think we've identified that 100% this morning. And can I be real honest and raw here? But we're lying to ourselves if we think it's all going to always be hunky-dory.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I think probably a lot of us, and we talk about this a lot because I think a lot of us can relate with this. Weight loss, being better in our families, those are goals probably a lot of us have had. All right. There's going to be hard times, man, that you're going to have to say, this ain't easy. All right. Yeah. But it's not that it's not easy, but grow through what you're going through, because you can usually, and you can always, I'm not going to say usually, you can always use those hard times to be a springboard to a better you.
Something better.
It's always something, because you know why it can be that? Because you believe that it can.
Right.
You look at it and you say, we've said this many times, a lot of people throw rocks at us because we do stuff like this. Right? They're like, I don't know who they think they are, but they're certainly not motivational speakers. And I say, okay. I mean, I'm okay. Sure. But those rocks that a lot of people throw at us, and it's not fun. Nobody likes for you to say you're retarded and you're crazy and all those other things. Nobody likes to hear that.
Right.
But take them rocks, man, and build your empire.
That's right.
Take them rocks and help you climb the mountain. Stack them up.
Let them throw.
Stack them up.
Let them throw.
You got to learn from that. You got to accept what it is. There's going to be haters. There's going to be hard times. There's going to be people that just don't agree and just don't see it the way you see it.
Right.
All right? But accept it. Okay? It's okay. Again, give yourself permission to say, you know what? It's okay. Everybody ain't going to like me.
Right.
Everybody ain't going to cheer for me. Everybody ain't going to smile for me. But them rocks that you're throwing, that stuff that you're bringing at me, those things that's coming my way, I'm just going to use them and I'm going to stack them up because they're step one to get me to step two.
Well, yeah, I like what this right here says. It says, again, it's talking about that most people can't accept that life just is what it is. It's
sure.
Just a point in time, but it says that what you need to do is you need to let go of that.
Right.
And it says letting go doesn't mean that you don't care about something or someone anymore.
Right.
It's just realizing that the only thing that you have control over is yourself.
That's big.
In this current situation.
It's right now. Yeah. You got the control.
You are, yeah.
Okay?
That's what
you got
the moral of that is. You are in control of the situation.
Right. 100%.
A lot of times people think I have no control of what's going on. Yes, you do.
That's exactly
you
right.
always have control over you, no matter how bad the situation is. You control you. We've talked about that and other things. You control your mindset. You control what you do. Ain't nobody going to tell me what I'm going to do all day today.
Sure.
I'm the one who's ultimately going to make that decision as of to what I do.
It's me.
You might think you got a job and you got to go to work today, and you probably do.
Right.
But you know who's making that decision?
Sure.
You are.
That's exactly right. It's all on you. Episode number 68 of Wake Up Wild, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty Group.
Like, share, invite, comment on the video, invite your friends, your family, your people that's down in the dumps, your people that ain't cheering you on. Bring them here. Let us talk to them
I
for a
got
minute.
some people
man.
over here on mine I'm going to give a shout out
Give
to.
us some
I got
shout outs.
Grandma
We're
Rose.
midpoint here,
Grandma
brother.
Rose says hello, good morning. Jason Fields says good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Fields.
Michelle Spriggs says good morning.
Good morning.
Charlie Groom says good morning, guys.
Good morning to each and every one of you. We're glad that you guys are here taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with us to get you some motivation and inspiration this morning to do what it is that you need to do, and that's be the very best version of you that there is on the planet. We're talking to you today about how to find motivation during hard times, because we all can agree, it's okay for us to agree that, you know what, some hard times are going to come. Give me a few shout outs from my feed this morning. Randy Rice, good morning from Atlanta, Georgia. Maxine, good morning. Cody and Ashley's going to have to catch us on the replay. It's Mel's first day of school.
Oh, see, there's a lot of people going to school.
And they're getting situated over in Sneed, Vegas this morning. So
Yeah.
again, glad that all of you guys are here with us this morning. Like, share, invite, comment. Let's get through 3 and 4 today. All right, here's number 3. I love this one. Really love this one, okay? We're talking about how to find motivation during hard times. You need to use the pain, use the frustration, use the inconvenience to motivate you rather than annoy you.
Yeah.
You are in control of the way you look at life. Have
You
we
are.
done not already really talked about this?
Yeah.
Pain, frustration, it's inconvenient a lot of times.
It is. It's aggravating.
It's aggravating. That was going to be my very next word. It's aggravating to us. That because don't we want to, and we've said this before, but don't we want to just wake up one day and it's all there? It's like all happened.
very
Like,
true.
you know, we wake up. I tell our agents here at the office all the time, I told somebody the other day this. I can't remember who it was. But there is no magic pill. There's not a fairy dust that we're just going to sprinkle on ourselves and bam, we've changed.
Right.
There's going to be pains, frustrations, inconvenience, aggravation in getting to where we need to go, okay? But what we need to do is use that as a driving force behind us, because look here, this is what you got to look at. There's going to be pain somewhere. There's going to be inconvenience somewhere. There's going to be annoyance and aggravation somewhere.
Right.
Would you rather have all those things, pain, frustration, inconvenience, aggravation, being stuck in the mud hole?
Right.
Or would you rather have those things chasing what you need to chase? Because you're going to have them. Okay, you're going to have them on the mountain, you're going to have them in the valley, you're going to have them in the mud hole, you're going to have them anywhere else.
Yeah.
I would rather have those knowing that I'm moving in the right direction rather than sitting over here in the mud hole with my arms crossed back, sunk down, having an old pity party, crying like a baby and saying, woe is me, pitiful, poor old me. But ain't that what so many people do, man? We use that pain and we let the pain stop us. We're like, which is greater? The pain of being in the mud hole or the pain of what it's going to cost you to get to where you need to go? They're going to be pain either way.
Right.
But you got to make sure that your mindset is, look, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use these inconveniences to take this and take control of my life, and I'm going to use that pain to push me. I'm going to use that pain. Again, I said this last week. If you're on the treadmill, about 35 seconds in, you start feeling the pain.
Okay? I don't know about this now.
So what's the greater pain? The 35 seconds in on the treadmill or the 35 seconds we can't button our pants around our waist?
Right.
Which one pain you want to deal with? Because you're going to deal with one of them.
Yeah.
So which one are those? Which is the bigger inconvenience for you? Again, your pants don't fit or you won't want to get on the treadmill.
Right.
That's raw. I'll get in trouble for that one. I will get in trouble already for that one. But ain't that the truth, man? Think about that, y'all. It's the way you look at it. It's where you want to move. It's where you want to go. It's those things. Pain, inconvenience, frustration, aggravation. Those are all a real part of your life. Use them to move on. Don't use them to sit down and stop.
Well,
Use them to
they're
move
there.
on.
You might as well make use out of them. You know what I mean?
It's going to happen. It's
Yeah,
going to
you might as
happen
well make
either
use of
way.
it.
Like, share, invite.
What's the old saying? You could sit around and cry in a Pinto, or you could cry in a whatever, a Lamborghini. You know what I mean?
I don't know what it is. Tell the world, man. Tell the world. Here we are, episode number 68. Wake Up Wild, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty.
Like the video, share the video, invite people to the video, comment on the video, hit hearts. We're asking all kinds of stuff out of you this morning.
Yeah.
But if anybody can do it, you can. You
got
guys
this,
can do
man.
it.
You got
You
it.
know that you can do it. We've been through 3 of the 4. Give us number 4, man. Pick one out of here and bring us home.
Okay,
today.
so the I like this one here. The most effective way to move from something you don't want is to move towards something that you do want, gradually and consistently. So we've talked a little bit about this before, and you need to have little small daily rituals that you do, okay? You need to be able to understand that what you do in small steps each and every day is going to eventually lead you towards what you're looking for. Now, again, you kind of just touched on this a minute ago. It's just, for one thing, most people, for the most part, we're very impatient people.
Sure, no doubt.
We want what we want, and we want it right now.
No doubt.
So a lot of times in the world of trying to build your business or whatever your goals are, sometimes by doing that, by wanting it all and I want it right now, sometimes you end up biting off a whole lot more than what you can really choose. So you need to have small steps that you can do each and every day.
Yes.
That again, you are gradually moving yourself towards this. You need to remember this right here, because I like this. You can't lift 1,000 pounds all at once.
No.
But I can lift 1 pound every day for 1,000 days.
Love it.
The results are going to be the same. You don't have to pick up the whole 1,000 pounds at one time.
Love it.
Yeah,
I've said this a lot. You've said it a lot, but you got to be moving in the right direction. That's so true.
Again, we've got so much added stress just because the world that we live in, it's just a stressful place to be.
It's hard.
We put more stress on ourselves. First we didn't realize
Self-inflicted.
that. We put more stress on ourselves because,
Yes.
again, we want stuff and we want it right now.
I'm with you.
So we're overloading ourselves. Again, like I said, it causes, sometimes we try to jump in too deep. We try to bite off more than we can chew. And sometimes that hurts us bad.
I think consistency
Consistency
is the biggest thing in finding any kind of motivation, inspiration, and staying in that place. You have to be consistent with it, okay?
Yes.
It's like everything else that you want to do in life, usually that's difficult and hard for you to do. It's kind of like what you said, we're not just going to wake up today and be able to do it all. And we got to be understanding of that. And also, here's the next thing. It's not all going to be today, and there's a real good chance it ain't going to be tomorrow either.
It's not.
There's a real good chance that if you're really pushing yourself, it ain't going to be this week.
Right.
But it's going to be consistent effort from us. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, that we're constantly working. All right. If you look at it, and I believe the most influential people, I think the people that we put on the highest pedestals in this world, whoever those people are, that we look at and we say, man, their mindset's right, their bodies are right, their families are right, their work situations are right. Those people work on that every day. They work in those situations and on those situations every single day, and it's a consistent thing.
Yeah.
I tell people a lot of times, it's really important for you to do certain things in your life because nothing's going to get better till you do. And you got to put these things in place, and it's got to be it's got to be consistency. If you want to have a good mindset in today's world, climate that we're all in, where we're on social media this morning, but that's again why we wanted to do this type of show. For our haters out there, here you go.
Here you go.
We could come on here today and tell you how ugly and how bad everybody is.
And talk a lot of gossip and probably get
talk
a really big
lot
crowd.
of stuff, man. It's true. I guarantee if we started talking politics and religion, we would have hundreds of people on here.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's because it's all that most people gravitate to.
Right.
Okay? And so you look at those things and you say, that's the stuff that a lot of people gravitate to. But if I'm going to work on me and I'm going to be better for me, I've got to consistently put good stuff in my brain. I got to consistently be looking and listening to and making sure that I'm feeling what I need to feel consistently. Mm-hmm. Because anything you turn on, whether it be what you're watching us on today, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all of those places, there's a whole lot more negativity in these places than there are positivity.
Absolutely.
And so you're literally filling your brain a lot with negatives, with bad stuff. You're getting that on a consistent basis.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're going to ever feel positive, if you're ever going to be motivated, you better start putting some of that in there too.
Right.
And you know what? It probably better be a little bit more of the of that than it is all the garbage that a lot of people's trying to put in their brain. Okay, you can't put garbage in and expect good stuff out.
You can't.
Garbage in,
Garbage
out. That's what we're going to say about that today. Big time. It's a big time thing.
And again, like I said, those small steps. I think Nicole even said something about even a half a step or a baby step is better than going backwards. That's true, and a lot of times you don't realize what that does for your psyche.
Massive.
You know what I mean? At least you can look back and say, well, at least I'm not in that same spot no more. I've moved. So just start taking some kind of steps to get yourself out of the situation.
Consistently. It's got to be.
Yes.
We've got to be consistent in what we're doing. We'll never get anywhere, man. We can really, literally have the baddest hot rod that there is on the whole planet. We can go out here and squill our tires like crazy and throw smoke everywhere. But when we let off the gas, we ain't going nowhere. No. And that's the way our life is also. It's got to be consistent pressure applied to make sure that we get to where it is that we need to go. I'm going to give you one more, okay? It's 8:30. We got just a minute. Well, we got one more on this paper. I'm just going to read it. We won't go too deep into it, okay? But I like this right here. You need to know, okay? We're talking today about how to find motivation during hard times. Here's what you need to know, and this kind of sums it all up and goes right along with what you said. Effort, okay? It's never wasted. You need to know that today.
Right.
It's never wasted, even when it leads to disappointing results. Okay?
You're right.
Got on a treadmill and fell off, man. You know what I mean? Whatever that it is.
Right.
That effort that you gave is never wasted, even when it leads to disappointing results. For it always makes you stronger. It makes you more educated. It makes you more experienced. Because why? We grow through what we go through.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So again, don't ever look at it that I totally 100% wasted my time. No, you didn't. You either learned something from it, you moved forward from it, you fell down from it, and guess what? You know what not to do next time. If it didn't work this time, you just know what not to do next time, okay? When you get back up and you put the gas on and you go. This has been episode number.
I want to read this one spot because I like it.
Give it to
But
us.
it says that you need to have an unrelenting belief that things are going to work out. Blah, 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 but it says practice patience. And I like this part. It says, and remember that patience is not about waiting.
Right.
It's the ability to keep a good attitude while working diligently to make daily progress.
That's exactly right. I see Tamra Woodbridge is on here from Nevada this morning. I told you we're going coast to coast today, but she said, I've been applying that to my life. And it works.
It does work.
Steps, man.
It's
all about taking steps consistently, y'all. Doing those things, what you got to do on a consistent basis. I'm telling you, we might be half crazy. All right? we probably don't 100% of the time know what we're talking about. But this stuff right here, if you can take it and apply
It's real stuff.
It's real stuff.
This is real stuff.
Now, here's the major question.
Proven.
Here's the major question. I'm going to say this. I don't care who likes it or not.
Okay.
These kind of things that we're talking about, all right? This is stuff that people say, why are you talking about it? This is stuff that we try to put in our life and we apply in our own life. Okay?
Absolutely.
Doing some of the stuff that we do, we're a part of, we're engaged in. It gets kind of hard sometimes. I'm just being real.
It does.
And I had this conversation with my wife last night. We had a very in-depth conversation about a lot of this stuff that we're talking about today. And you got to make sure that you're putting these things in place because it's not just, we're not just blowing smoke today.
Right.
This is real. And I promise you, if you can take some of it and put it in place, you'll start seeing the results. If you can put some of these things in place.
You better have something like this in place because, again, if you're not in a hard time right now, wait a minute.
There's a good chance you're going to be.
Coming.
There's a good chance you're going to be. This has been, my friends, episode number 68 of Wake Up Wild, presented by your friends at
Elite Realty Group.
I'm glad we stayed through the whole show today.
Yeah.
We got it, man. I think we're still in.
Thank you, Facebook. We appreciate
Yes, I think you're still in. They know we're bringing the crowd back today, so they let us back in this morning. We're glad that you guys
That's why
have
another
been
reason
with
we
us
wanted
today.
to lock shirt invite because when we get the crowd here, Facebook knows that, hey, we need to let them old boys talk.
They bring it. So we're glad that you guys brought it today. Again, August the 2nd, man, new month, new you, new opportunities, going to new places that you've never been before. And it all going to start right here today because it may have been hard, but guess what? We're jumping on, putting it down to the floor, and we are going today. Don't forget, it's Wednesday at 12 noon, the Real Estate Show. Friday morning, All right, Friday morning is going to be Just Talking Life, 8 a.m. Make sure you tuned in for that one. We got some good stuff coming up on both of those shows. We appreciate you guys, every single thing that you do. Every time we go live, you guys show up, you show out, you do everything that we need for you to do. And for that, this morning, we say to you, thank you. Have a great Monday. Be blessed. Go get it. It may have been hard, but you going to places you have never been before. We will see you guys on the flip side. Have a great Monday and a great rest of your week. See you guys later. Do you need some motivation in your life? How about a little bit of inspiration to get you there? Are you chasing dreams, goals, and aspirations to finally achieve greatness in everything that you do? If so, it is time for you, my friend, to wake up wild.